Hey Leo, welcome to my channel, welcome to my space. This is Earthchild Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. This is going to be your October 2022 messages. This is going to be a general message, so whatever the universe sees fit to relay to you for the month of October, whatever sits at the forefront of your spiritual growth, financial growth, mental and emotional growth, whatever the universe wants to bring up for you, Leo, that's what we will speak about and elaborate on in this reading. Leo, before I jump into your reading, I just wanted to let you guys know, for those of you who may go back and you may be looking for your September messages, Virgo season messages, those messages will not be there because I was out of state for the death of a family member in the month of September. The entire month of September I was gone, so I didn't get a chance to upload anything for obvious reasons. So we're here now for the month of October. Happy birthday to those of you, Leo, who have Scorpio or Libra star signs. I hope you guys enjoy your season this month in October. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into your reading. We're going to pull some oracle messages first, and then we're going to jump into the tarot. Let's see, guys. Spirit guides, universe source. What messages do we have for the sign of Leo for the month of October 2022. Messages for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus for October 2022. If these messages do not resonate, please check out your other signs as well. But I am reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, those four placements in particular, Leo. Leos for October 2022. We have death. I see that as Scorpio. I see that as the month of October. Fall, autumn. This is the time of year where the earth herself is going into somewhat of a sleep mode, death mode in some other areas of the planet, right? Some organisms completely die before they come back to life in the next year. And it's appropriate that you are feeling this, Leo, in the month of October. Death is not an easy state. Death is not, it's not casual, right? It's not a casual energy. It's an energy that, it's a force to be reckoned with. It is something to be taken seriously. It is a transformative energy. No one is ever the same after a death cycle, whether it be a death of a loved one, a death of a friend, having a near-death experience in their own lives. Some of you, Leo, you have had a near-death experience. You've learned a lot from it. But others of you, this is ego. This is ego death. Death of an old self. Death of certain ideas. Scorpio season is going to be very significant for you, Leo. For those of you who either have Scorpio in your chart, or you were born in the Scorpio generation, this season is very important for you. But once again, it's not comfortable. Whatever it is that you're going through, Leo, at this time in the month of October, is not comfortable. Because Leo, your energy, and I'm a Leo sun. It's interesting to see this card come out, and I'm curious to know what this means for me as well. But Leo, your energy is all about comfort. Just being, just existing, enjoying the sunlight, having fun, not giving two shits about any problems. Like, that's what your energy is, that summer energy. Laid back, relaxing, vacation mode, right? Yeah, we have mystery. Jesus, you guys, this is deep, Leo. You guys are going through some major transformations. I also see the moon card here. I see the full moon in Aries for some of you. It's also very potent. You are transforming. You're going through a certain transition of sorts. Relationships going through a death cycle, transitioning from one point to another. one form to another. And Leo, you may not be able to see what's ahead, but that's because you're not supposed to. So don't try to control that. You're a fixed sign, okay? Don't try to control that. Some of you all have Scorpio and Pisces in your chart, and if that's the case, use your intuition. Like whenever I see anything with moon energy or like Pisces energy, I see that as not tunnel vision. Some of you guys are dealing with tunnel vision, and this death cycle, this situation of death and transformation is going to help you broaden your vision here. But whenever these cards remind me of Scorpio and Pisces energy. This reminds me of the moon card in the tarot. And whenever I see the moon card, I see that as night vision. That's what I meant to say, night vision. Seeing in the dark. Leo, you're the sun. The moon is kind of strange to you. It's your opposite. It's not something that you necessarily thrive on. You're the sun. However, as you move through this transition and as you evolve, if you allow this to happen, you'll realize that you need the moon. You need this darkness. You're embracing darkness. A Leo who is evolved is a force to be reckoned with. A Leo who is open to evolution of the spirit, evolution of the mind and the heart is a force to be reckoned with. You're not going to recognize yourself, and you probably don't recognize yourself now, Leo. You're looking at yourself and you're just like, wow, like I'm different than I was a year ago. I'm different than I was a few months ago. Embrace this death, Leo. Embrace it. The bottom of the deck, we have ghost. So it's definitely some of you guys have had a near-death experience, or there are ghosts around you. There are spirits in your home. There are spirits following you around. That's just a side note. There are on a more mundane message. There is some spirits following you around, and there are spirits. There are people who have passed on. You may not be aware of this. Others of you, there are spirits that are trying to cloak themselves. Be aware of that. Make sure you're cleansing your energy. But others of you, this is about not being able to see clearly. That's hard for you, Leo. Not being able to see what's in front of you. That's okay. Learn to embrace the darkness. Some of you guys have been ghosted. There is a death of a relationship and you're still trying to figure out why. There are people who are not giving you clear communication. They're just kind of leaving you on mute. They're putting you on hold. And that, again, might be something that, Leo, you may not like that. You want people to pay attention to you. You want people to understand, to care as much as you care. Sometimes it's just not like that, Leo. Sometimes people just don't care. Sometimes people don't want to put in the work. You have to realize that the work that you are capable of putting into a relationship or a situation is not necessarily what others are willing to do. Others may not be capable of that. They don't feel like they're capable of doing that. So you just end up being left on empty. You know? There's something that you need to let go of too, Leo. I don't exactly know what it is. Please, if you're holding on to anyone or anything from your past, if there is a grieving process that should have expired a long time ago, it's time to cope and heal and move forward. If there's someone who's passed away in your life and you've lost someone, that's their path. That was their path. It's not your burden to bear anymore. Their soul is elsewhere in the afterlife, maybe looking after you, maybe following you around. But there is something that you are not facing. There is some unresolved issues with a person, number of people, with yourself, with your past in general, with your finances, with your career. There are some things that have been left unresolved. And it'll show up as unresolved. You'll know that they're unresolved when you realize how triggered you are by that situation when it shows up. If you're triggered by something or a certain situation or a certain person, and you may be going about your life like, no, like, I'm fine, I'm good, that doesn't bother me anymore, I'm over them, I'm over that. Is that true? Is that true? It'll show up in your dreams. It'll show up in nightmares. It'll show up how you project certain things onto your romantic partner or your friends or a family member. It'll show up through emotions that just arise through anger or sadness, masking certain emotions until they burst out, right? Lay it to rest, Leo. Lay it to rest in the month of October. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus for October 2022. It's interesting. There's a card that wanted to fly out, and it has your name on it, Leo. When I say your name, I mean Leo. Moon in Leo. So some of you guys, I'm definitely speaking to those of you who have a moon in Leo. Then we have the Sun in Aquarius. Oh, man. Says, let your inner hero out. Moon in Leo, heroism. Then we have Sun in Aquarius, opportunity, readiness for change. How ready are you for change, Leo? You may bring a lot of change to people, right? You may be so used to being the change, being the blade, trailblazer, I'm sorry. But are you ready for change to hit you? It's different when change is being, is here and is showing up and it's like, okay, it's your turn. It's different when, we're out and about, shining our light, being extra, being extravagant, being a light in people's life and doing the most to make sure that we are inspiring others. But sometimes the universe is like, let me be an inspiration to you for a change. Let me work on you. There are those of you that are too busy working on others. Are you ready for change? Are you ready to change, Leo? Are you ready for transformation? This let your inner hero out is definitely about puffing your chest out, being that peacock, showing off like you know how, Leo. And some people are triggered by that and they don't like it. That's okay. It's not like you really mean to do that. It's not like you're deliberately trying to make people jealous of you at all. You just do what you do best. You do what you know how to do. However, it gets a little bit mucky when you start to be engulfed by this heroism. whether you're male or female. Some of you, this is dark inner, this is shadow work, Leo. This is the universe really showing you a part of yourself that you don't talk about these things, or people don't really see this about you unless they're jealous of you or they just don't like you. There are people who probably would have no problem if they don't like you. They'll just be like, oh, you're just stuck up. You're just doing this to get attention. You're a people pleaser. You're this or that. But people who actually care about you and love you, you know, they may not see that, you know, a lot of the things that you're doing. They just see it as natural. They just see it as a gift that you have, which it is. But the shadow work is when you go within yourself and you face the darker parts of yourself that you really don't want to see. You don't want to face, because it starts to make you feel like, oh, I'm a failure. I'm ugly. I'm not attractive. I'm not a good person, whatever, right? You're so used to being the opportunity, Leo, in people's lives. Being the opportunity in the world. It's time for you to embrace opportunity in your life. It's time. The universe is sending you people now who are your opportunity. Are you willing to let go of being other people's inspiration for a bit and focusing on this death transition, this transformation for yourself? And some people may not like it. They make you feel like, you know, you're not the same person. You're not really pleasing people. You're not giving people what they want anymore. And that's because you're not obligated to do that. And I think you're stepping into that, or you need to. Yes, you can be the hero. But there's a sense of humility that's needed to be brought in. There's a sense of facing the ego with this heroism. Right? It's time to face your own imperfections. Why do you feel the need to be at the forefront? Why do you feel like you need to carry so much of a burden for other people? What are you trying to prove? Is there anything that you're trying to prove? Who are you trying to protect? Is you protecting them causing more of a hindrance than assistance? These are very, very valid questions, Leo, in the month of October. Like I said, this is not easy. This is shadow work, y'all. This is shadow work. It's a part of life, right? Death is a part of life. The moon would not be seen without the sun. They need each other in a way, right? The moon needs the sun. Aquarius is here to bring you opportunity and to bring you change, to bring you the happiness that you deserve, instead of you being the happiness for others or for a specific person. Everybody else needs to go get their own. As you go through this death cycle, Leo, or this death process, this transformation, I don't want to scare you guys when I say death. I mean transformation when I say that. But as you go through this, and once you come out on the other side, you may find yourself being a little bit more, not harsh, but more blunt in how you communicate with people with their problems. For those of you who are helping people, you may find yourself being more upfront with them and letting them know, like, hey, you got to face your shit. You got to face your fears. You got to face your darkness. And that may not be easy for you now, or it wasn't easy for you in the past, maybe when you were younger, or when you were at a certain stage in your life, right? All right, Leo, let's pull some tarot here. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, Universe, Source. For October 2022, for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, what messages do you have, Spirit Guides? for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus for October 2022. Okay, there's Cancer. It's time to move forward. Discipline. There's some of you just keep looking back. You keep looking back, wanting to fix something, or you're wishing things were better. The universe is, no. The universe is whipping you into shape a little bit, Leo. It's putting you to work for yourself, because you're putting in work. Some of you guys are putting in work for the wrong people or for the wrong reasons. This is shifting your determination. Some of you guys, there is a Cancer energy here, okay, who's spurring you forward, or a Cancer that you're dealing with. But I see this as the universe coming in saying, the universe is cracking the whip and saying, I'm in charge of this. You're going to go through this transition. Here's a list of some things that you need to do in the process. Let this person go. Let that job go. Or embrace this, embrace that. Open your eyes to this. Go here, go there. Like, the universe is going to show you what you need to do. And you're going to know, Leo. You're already going to know what you're supposed to do. And you're going to know, some of you are going to know when you start to have fear, when that time comes, when you realize, okay, maybe I'm helping this person too much. Maybe there's going to come a moment for some of you where you know you should say something to someone and it's truth and you don't. That's the moment. That's just for some of you. 6 of Rods here. 6 of Wands, that's your energy, Leo. You have a journey with the Cancer, the Chariot here. There's a journey here. You got places to go. You have things to do. There's a happy ending here, definitely, so you don't have anything to worry about, but you're still worrying. You're fixed, so that makes sense. And this is why the universe is here kind of like whipping you into shape a little bit and kind of cracking the whip. I hate to say it that way, but that's just the image that the universe is giving me for you guys. You want to have more control and more power, Leo, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. You want to have sovereignty over your life and who you are, and you want to evolve within that. Then you have to give the universe control right now. Because I know that you guys love to be the leader, and me included, because I am a Leo. We like to have control. We like to critique and to tweak and to fix. We like to create environments for the people that we love that's going to make them happy because we know it would make us happy. But it's like, we can't control a person's path. That's up to them. If we see somebody about to get into a train wreck, sometimes there ain't nothing that you can do. But focus on yourself. You cannot be the hero in everybody's story. And people may not like that. They may make you feel like, oh, you neglected me. You left me alone. Well, you were supposed to. We all have our own lives. We all have our own paths to trod. Okay? Judgment. Judgment. Some of you guys, you're already in this vibe. This is nothing new. This isn't, some of you guys, I'm preaching to the choir here, and you're already on board with this. But others of you, this is advice. With the Judgment card coming out, the universe is trying to get down to the nitty-gritty with you, is trying to get down to the bare bones of who you are, getting down to your essence of, like I've said in previous Leo readings in the past, get down to the essence of who you are as a Leo. Leo is many things. Yeah, Leos are not just, we're not self-centered, we're not selfish. We can be, okay? But yes, we're leaders, trailblazers. We're extravagant or extra in certain ways. We're very stylish, whatever. But as you evolve, Leo, you become more powerful than you could have ever thought you could be. Getting down to the bare bones of who you are. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups. What are you waiting on? What is it that you're expecting? Are you just waiting to move forward? You're not going to move forward, but you're going to wait because you have to wait on something or someone. Who are you waiting for? If people are not moving forward, why let that stop you? The world is moving forward. Nature is moving forward. The universe is shifting. Planets are in retrograde and going direct. Full moons, new moons, moon phases, everything, right? Shit's popping off. Shit's happening. Are you happening? Or are you waiting on people who are not happening? They're not making it happen. They're sitting in their own darkness, not trying to dig any deeper. Do not let that be your story. Because just because somebody else's story is a certain way does not mean that it has to be your story. Some of you, Leo, you're humanitarians, especially if you have Aquarius in your chart. You love to help people because it makes you feel bad that you're doing so well. Some of you guys have that issue where you're so empathetic and you want to help people that you care about, or you'll help the most random person in your life because you feel, well, if I have good things, why can't they have good things? Because sometimes you don't know the choices that a person is making, Leo. You don't need that to be your problem. Because some people be cutting up. Some people are cutting up and they're not making the right choices. Then you get it evolved and you try to be this hero. You try to be this person. It could be a family member. Could be a best friend. Could be a significant other. That's not... Don't be letting these people bring problems to you that you have nothing to do with. That's not your life. What are you waiting on? When I see the Judgment card come out, that means now. We're not waiting. It's now. Get your life together. Go after what you want. The opportunities are here. And there's more incoming. What are you doing, Leo? Who are you waiting on? The people who are behind you, they'll catch up if they want to. If they see that you're actually going after what you want, and they realize, well, Leo's kind of leaving me behind, but I want to be a part of that. I want to contribute. I want to grow with them. Those are the people that you keep. The people who catch up. The people who are growing with you, not the people who are upset because you left them behind and they take that shit personal. Right? Let's clarify these cards, Leo. Clarify these cards for my beautiful Leos for October 2022. Clarify these cards for my beautiful Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus for October 2022. You have the Lovers. So this can definitely represent someone you love very much or something you love. Family member, friends, of significant other. You got to move forward. The things that belong to you, that the universe says is meant for you, will move with you. They will evolve with you. Two of Cups. There is someone or something that is near and dear to your heart. And it's clarifying the Six of Wands. So Leo, if you're afraid that a relationship or something is not going to work out, or things are not going to be okay, and you're trying to stop this death cycle from happening, you're trying to stop this ending of a cycle from happening, you're just going to prolong this. It's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. Others of you, there was a relationship where you thought, oh, I thought it was going to be a happy ending. I thought everything was going to be fine if I did the right things, if I did this, this, and that. If I tried to pull this person out of a bad situation, they were going to change their ways. That's not always the case, y'all. Okay? Don't create a narrative based on what it looks like. Base it on what it is. For real, okay? Queen of Coins, Capricorn, Judgment. So there could have been a woman, a Capricorn, a mother, a grandmother, passed on loved one, a friend. Could be an actual person who's alive and walking with you today, who's here to show you what's real. This person is real. This person doesn't play around. They're here to give you a wake-up call, to snap their fingers or snapping their fingers in front of you and letting you know, wake up. Know your worth. Understand your potential here. You're wasting it. Why are you wasting it? Bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Coins. Things slow down. Sometimes because we're slowing down. We're trying to wait for people. We're planting certain seeds in the wrong soil, in the wrong environments. Or we may plant the seeds in the right environments, but we're not watering them because we're too busy waiting on. What are you waiting on? Why aren't you watering your seeds? Some of you guys are at the perfect place at the perfect time and you do nothing because you're waiting on someone else or something else. You're wanting to help, but you're helping other situations except yourself. I do see that there is a commitment here, Leo. There is a cycle where there is a loved one or someone you love very much, or a situation that you are so determined to heal and to grow in. It's going to be okay. It will be revived. This person will be okay. And there is a woman or a goddess or some type of an angel. It's some type of a feminine energy. It doesn't have to be like male or female, but they have a lot of feminine energy here. Very giving. And this person is, if this is a passed on loved one, a mother, a grandmother, an aunt, an older sister, this is someone who is letting you know they guided you here. They're guiding you here. They started this for you, Leo. Okay? They're here to let you know, let this death and rebirth happen. Okay? It's going to be okay. Don't slow down for anybody. All right? Much love and light to all of you, Leo. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, guys.